was mid-morning. I was watching a hawk in the tree. I watched for 5 or 7 minutes, and then I headed for home, but I kept watching to see if anything happened as I walked away. Sometime I was walking away, it flew, and it flew over to the nest, which wasn't that far from where it was sitting. And so I zoomed in and got some pictures of it on the nest. Not very good pictures, but pictures on the nest. It's, arranging branches mostly, and then it took off again. And it flew back to the tree it was on, and it turns out there's another hawk there too. So it lands right near its mate. And I'm not sure if it's male or female and which one is which. But now there are two hawks sitting right next to each other in the other tree. A little while later, the hawk that had just flown back to the tree hops away to another branch and starts searching around for branches, small branches, to bring back and put in the nest. I watched it do that for a while. In this sequence, it actually gets a little branch, but after like a couple of seconds of examination after it gets it, it realizes it's just way too small to be useful, and then it just drops it. It continues to seek branches, but is totally unsuccessful. So eventually it moves over to another part of the tree and seeks branches again. At some point in this part of the tree, it will find a branch that it likes and gets and takes with it, and will fly back over to the nest. You'll see it come into the nest, land there, and work around on the branch for a while, work around in the nest for a while. This will take a while. It spends about a minute on the nest. Then it flies back to the other tree. You will see that pretty soon. And it flies back over. Well, I actually went over to look at the other tree to see the other hawk that was still there. It was still hanging out. It seems kind of tired or something, just resting. It just, just kind of sitting there, and eventually just like almost lies down. So, could have been tired from doing the same thing earlier. When I looked up, the first hawk that was on the nest was flying back to this tree. So I zoomed out so you could see it, and you can see it land, and it lands right near the other hawk again. Clearly hanging out together, and I watched it there for a while, and eventually it flies off, and at that point I go home.